What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Skye back in the building. Yes, indeed. Today we got some interesting tea coming from our basketball wives, ladies. Okay, Tami, Roman, and Jennifer Williams going at it over this whole Tim Norman drama. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Jennifer Williams and Tim Norman used to date. Tim Norman has a whole litany of charges coming out against him right now, all types of information coming out against him at this moment. Tim Norman from Sweetie Pie. So we're going to get into that. Listen, if you guys can hear me in that good chatterization, let me know if you guys can hear me. And also let me know where you guys are watching from. I see we got the DMV in the house. We got Portland, Oregon up in here, Connecticut up in here, Delaware in the squad house. Come on now. Who else we got up in here? Atlanta. What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Listen, if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook, guys. Follow me on Facebook at DJ Richie Skye. Easy breezy thing to do. Log on to Facebook and follow me there. The videos are streaming simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook. For those of you guys who maybe, a little bit more interested in Facebook than YouTube, you can get that notification as well. And I can also send you a text message as soon as we drop a new video. Y'all know what I'm saying? So as soon as a new video drops, we letting it go in the texting community, and you got it right here. Let's see who else we got all up in this chat. I see y'all. Huntsville up in the house. Hey, Philly, South Africa, Nashville, Mays Landing, New Jersey, Bmore, South Carolina. I see all my people up in here. Y'all ready for this tea? Let's go ahead and get down into it, okay? I ain't even gonna waste no more time. We're gonna go ahead and dive into this situation. So we're gonna hear from Tami Roman, okay? First things first, we're gonna hear from Tami Roman. Now, she has some things to say about this whole situation with Tim Norman, but she also has some things to say about Jennifer Williams as well that resulted in a little bit of a dragorization. Then we're gonna get into Jennifer Williams' response to Tami, and then we're gonna sort of chop it up to see what you guys think about this whole situation right now. Let's go ahead and dive in. Give me 1 second, guys. Just got to pull up the video on my end. Here we go.
Tim Norman, I'm disgusted. I really just am. What I found out about you this week has really blown my mind, okay? I just can't even understand. You would have somebody in your family, for have somebody here, period. But a family member for $250,000, and that got me to. And I said, well, when I saw Jennifer right there for Ferrari, that was blood bought. I had no idea. I sure wouldn't have rolled shotgun it. But it's like it ain't no green selling over there in the park. You have to go do something like this, and I feel so sorry for Miss Robbie. She suffered a lot of loss, and now her grandson. I mean, this poor woman, I know she just can't take no more, and I hope they put you under the jail too. And I really was thinking, I said, he was probably like, well, let me marry this off too. Jennifer, you escaped it. You escaped it, girl, because I know I was championing for him with his thick thighs. I said, well, girl, he got thick thighs and a thick waist, and he ain't all that in the face, but you like him, so go ahead on, girl. And then I feel so ridiculous because this fool was on some next level stuff, and if he would do that to his nephew, you didn't have a chance, you didn't have a chance, and he probably wouldn't have got caught because nobody would have. But the fact that it was his nephew, it really investigated.
So let me just stop right there because I had to kind of like block it out because of the language. But she basically said that nobody would have cared if he did anything to Jennifer because nobody gives an F about Jennifer. So just to be clear on what she said right there, that was part of the dragorization. Now let's get back to it.
And they got to the bottom of this, and I'm glad that they did because it's unconscionable. It's just so disgusting. I'm so flabbergasted that he would do this because this ain't nothing that black folk do. You know what I'm saying? Now, white folks, family trust. But black people don't really do the killing, but getting insurance, life insurance policy on somebody else. You really tried to think this thing through, and then you enlisted some dumb stripper, and she done came on board for $9,000. I tell you one thing, I'm not trying to be funny, but you wasn't gonna give me for $9,000. Okay, that's not what you. We had to be talking. You know, if I'm gonna put my life out there on the line, then you getting $450. I'm gonna get $400 just to even do it. But I'm glad that the police stuck with it and got to the bottom of it. And I hope they throw your big ass up under the jail. You know what I'm saying? Because that is ridiculous. And I'm just so completely disappointed. And I just may your nephew, rest in heaven, young king, and Miss Robbie praying for you that you find peace. But Tim, I just have no words. I'm just disgusted. I'm just completely disgusted.
Okay. Here it. Okay. Listen. Okay. This is my thought on the situation. You know, Tami is a comedian, so a part of what she does is, kind of roast people and what she's doing. But I personally don't think that this was the right time to insert a joke about, something potentially happening to Jennifer Williams, and nobody would have cared. I feel like that was going a little bit too far with this whole situation. But the rest of what she was saying was, kind of spot on. You know what I'm saying? I felt like she was basically doing what she does and commenting on pop culture and stuff like that. But I do feel like she went a little bit too far, with that comment, because, the reality of the situation is somebody actually did lose a life here. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole conspiracy to get rid of a whole bunch, like not really a whole bunch, but a couple of people for some life insurance money. You know what I'm saying? And there was even word now, I got this from our people over at All About the Tea, that he might have even had a policy out on Miss RHOP. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just listen. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. But I want to go ahead and stage dive into Jennifer Williams' comments, okay? Because she did respond back to this whole situation to page 6, okay? Now, she says this to page 6. I don't talk to Tami, and I don't know why she is making fun of a horrific situation where a life was lost. Tami is classless, and it was done in poor taste while a family is trying to come to terms with the ultimate betrayal from one of their own. That's all I have to say about Tami's tacky ASS. With everything else going on in the world and the climate within the Black community, I am saddened that a Black woman is tearing another one down. Okay? So let me ask you guys this question, okay? Do you agree with Jennifer Williams? Was this situation tacky of Tami? Comment. Miss Kwan said, I read it just like Jen. Actually, I was trying to. I didn't even realize that came out like that, but I was like, oh, that's probably how she would say this. Norris Tony says Tami should not have made that comment about Jen's life. Karima says, I agree with Jennifer. Whitney says Tami is always tacky, nothing new. Okay. Jammy Jam Jams says, I have to agree with Jen. Oh wait, a little too much. You talking like Jennifer. Danielle says, I usually rock with Tami, but yeah, timing was off this time, boo. Yeah. I saw an interesting comment that I wanted to read. Sheridan says, this is not about a Black woman doing anything, but Tami was insensitive. Do you guys agree with that? Alberto says, yes, Tami needs to mind her own business. Nikki T says, I wish our queens would just get along. Jeez, I'm so tired of them. I wish they would all just apologize to one another and start afresh. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on this situation. I just kind of, I want to say this though, you know, given that, you know, Tami's no longer on the show, she's moved on with her life. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know that her and Jennifer weren't getting along at all when the show ended, I do kind of feel like, you know, when somebody's life was lost, especially when one of your castmates might have been involved with somebody who could potentially do all of this, and given that everything Jennifer went through when she was in the situation, I just kind of feel like, you know, we got to get rid of the beef right now, and let's really focus on the fact that, yo, like, somebody really lost their life, you know, in this situation. So, you know, I felt like Tami's timing was wrong with that part of it. Now, based on, you know, everything else that Tami was saying, I was cool with it because I understand. Oh, somebody said something real good. CSJ Chicago said it's too soon for comic relief. Tami needs to apologize. Victoria says, well, Jennifer felt the need to be validated when the news broke. I believe she opened the door for it, even though it was insensitive. What I will say, though, is she did open the door for people to comment about the situation. But I do feel like, you know, you just kind of have to be a little bit sensitive when it comes to talking about somebody, you know, losing their life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at you guys' comments. Autumn Sunsets apparently says something, and I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find you, boo. I can't find your comment. Juliana says, oh, please, they don't get along. She has no compassion for Jen. What did Jen think she was going to do? Celebrate her for being right? No apologizing necessary. I don't know about that one. You know, I guess just given that, you know, there was speculation that, you know, Tim was about to try to go after Miss Robbie too. I just feel like we're talking about somebody's life. It's one thing to shade somebody and drag them, but it's also another thing to say that nobody would care if their life was taken. I just kind of like, we just gotta be above that, right? Exactly. Stephanie says, you don't kick a person when they're down. You risk slipping yourself. Boom. Yeah, I agree with you, B. Walker. I think B. Walker says, I think Tami was being malice towards Jen because she hasn't forgiven her for lying on her about the X thing. I totally agree with you on that. Spiritfield. Well, actually, you know what? This is a great place to end it on. There's nothing funny about this whole scenario except Tim's wide hips. Rip Andre. Boom. Listen, guys, I'll be back with another video today. I've got to, of course, we got to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. So I'll be back in about an hour or two. I just got to put together all of my notes on that and get you guys the tea as I have investigated it. But y'all keep it locked onto the channel. Of course, if you're part of the texting community, I will be shooting out another text message just to let you guys know we're back on live. And that way you guys can know if you can tune in right then, that would be great. And if you can tune in later, that would be awesome as well. So also be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button. Follow me on Facebook. To my mods, thank you so much for always holding it down. Thank you guys for the super chats. And thank you guys for just taking time out of your day to comment and to watch along. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.